What's going on, guys? It's Halloween VIDZ, and today I'll be doing a review on the Spirit Halloween 2025 Jack the Reaper animatronic. Alright, well, without further ado, let's get right into the review. This is the official Spirit Halloween mascot of Jack the Reaper, and it is a full life-size animatronic. This is the first time we've ever seen a Jack the Reaper animatronic from Spirit Halloween. He's new for the 2025 Halloween season as a part of the Madison Scare Park Subway ISC. He is made by Seasonal Visions, and he is just fantastic. That is just a little brief information about Jack the Reaper. He has been the mascot for Spirit Halloween for as long as I can remember. I don't know an actual date. If somebody does know, that'd be fantastic if they would let me know, because that's just some cool information. But yeah, he is part of the front archway, which actually was a last-minute change. It was originally supposed to be Bullseye, but they swapped him out, which I think was the much needed to be done, because this guy is 10 times, not even, like, more than that, better than Bullseye. I'm not a huge Bullseye fan, but this guy is actually really cool. Yeah, there he is, Jack the Reaper. Wow. Let me just get into talking about the animatronic himself. So, manufactured by Seasonal Visions, as I already said. They are a great animatronic manufacturer. They've been manufacturing animatronics for years at this point, over a decade. But really cool. As for his build, it is probably one of the more complicated ones for the year. Probably the most difficult part has to just be getting the clothing to wrap around the frame. But once you get that figured out, it's really your usual straightforward SVI setup of connecting poles and whatnot. And then there's a lot of cotter pins too to help for extra support. But again, this is not anywhere of the level of Punctured Pete or any of those Nightcrawler old Crazy Create setups. Those were a living nightmare. This is not that bad. No screws or any zip ties or whatnot. But yeah, Jack the Reaper, I'll just get into his look now. He has a massive cloak, which I think looks really great. I love how well done it was. I love how it wraps around the scythe. It really helps capture that Jack the Reaper look. A very similar pose to the figure with the arched back, which I think is really cool. I love the detailing on the cloak. I love the added layering of fabric, as well as the shawl here on the top. The scythe is a nice, thick black metal. I'm glad they chose to keep it black. I didn't want it to really stand out from Jack the Reaper, because he's not, like, he does have a scythe, but it's not like a staple for him. So I'm glad they didn't like make it an eyesore type of thing. But as for the scythe itself, the detailing on it is phenomenal. I love the design of the scythe. I think it was really well done. It's not just your basic scythe. They really took the time to put in some nice detail. And then the hands here, they are a nice hard plastic. I'll show the one holding the scythe first. A nice hard plastic with some good skeletal detail on them. And then here is the other arm with the motion tracking sensor as well, which does work really great, by the way. And that is another main gimmick with this guy. But yeah, here is the other arm. And then as for the frame itself, it is on the inside here with the mechanism. The frame is obviously it's pretty bizarre. It's like a wired frame here that helps wrap him around and makes his shape. And then his head is phenomenal. I mean, it really does capture the likeness of Jack the Reaper. I love the detailing on the skull as well as the eye. I think it was really well done. Spirit did a great job of getting that detail. And then as for the hood, I like how it is a moldable wire, so you can mold the hood as you please. I tried to make it look as much as I could to Jack the Reaper's hood. I think I did a pretty decent job. As for his animation, oh, actually, one more thing I wanted to mention real quick. I do love how the cloak does cover up the entire base. I think that was a great attention to detail. You don't see any of the base. He's coming straight up from the ground. Anyways, as for his animation, the main selling point with this guy is his motion tracking technology. And apart from mouth movement, that is the only other animation. He tracks you with the motion tracker. However, as the Nibbles was just the head turn, his is an arm movement as well as a head turn with the motion tracking technology, which I think was really cool how the hand kind of follows you around as well. But yeah, he does retail for $329.99, which I do think is a little hefty. I do understand that there are some stuff going on with tariffs and the supply chain issues of the 2025 season, but $329.99 is a pretty hefty price tag, I am not gonna lie. He is very good quality though. He's made by SVI, sturdy metal, and he is over 7.5 feet tall. However, that price, maybe it could have been capped at $299.99. But honestly, I'm not super upset with it either, because again, I get a 30% off employee discount. Anybody else can use a 20% off coupon, and then you are getting him for your money's worth. But enough hesitating, let's get into a demo of this guy.
I can see straight into your soul. You can never escape my evil eye. It's too late to run. It's too late to hide. You don't even have time to scream.
Alrighty, and I'll do another one with the motion tracking. I'll move around with the camera.
I see you. I follow you around every dark corner. Creep along with the monsters under your bed and turn your dreams into nightmares.
But yeah, the motion tracker is really good. It picks up the person very well. Honestly, I do think it does a better job than Nibbles. So maybe the technology was improved slightly. I'm not too sure. But I love his phrasing. I think it's great. Yeah, it can be a little whatever when he's talking about following you, because I know they're just trying to get that gimmick with that motion tracking. But I love Jack the Reaper's voice. I think they did an excellent job choosing an actor for that. I think the actor did a phenomenal job. First time we ever got a voice on Jack the Reaper, which I think is really cool. And yeah, I mean, that's all I really have to say about the animation. The animation is solid. I mean, really, you're getting this for the fact that it's Jack the Reaper. You're not getting it for the most crazy, outlandish animation. I'm really happy they did the motion tracking to help him stand out a little more with his animation, because I feel like if there wasn't that motion tracking, it would have just been a basic animation. Because again, it's a collector's item, as the box says. You're getting this because it's Jack the Reaper. You're not getting this to be like a Haunt staple or by anything. It's Jack the Reaper. That's why I have it, at least. But, yeah, I mean, overall, I'm going to give this guy a 10 out of 10. I would deduct the point for pricing. However, it's Jack the Reaper, and I'm biased, and I really think Spirit knocked it out of the park with this Jack the Reaper animatronic. So I'm going to give him a perfect score. But that's all I have for the review. I really hope you enjoyed. Tell me what you think about Jack the Reaper in the comments below. I would love to hear your opinion. And seriously, if you are considering getting this guy, definitely get him. He is going to sell out. He is extremely popular. As again, I've mentioned many times, he is Jack the Reaper. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. And until next time, see ya.